It's championship time in Santo Domingo as the United States and Mexico collide for a chance to lift the Concacaf Under-20 Women's Championship trophy later this afternoon. Both of these teams boast a 6-0-0 mark in this qualification tournament so far and have both earned World Cup berths, but certainly want to secure that 7th win and championship in this CONCACAF qualification tournament. I'm Casey White on the call for this one from Santo Domingo. 80 degrees Fahrenheit, pitch side, 28% chance of rain, and only a 3-mile-per-hour wind makes for a great day, although a little warm for these two teams to face off in the 3rd consecutive championship game between these two nations. So a big one coming up here in Estadio Olímpico, Félix, Sánchez, in just a minute. Two nations not only already securing World Cup berths, but a lot of history between these two. As you take a look at the championship bracket, this was the road to the final. Mexico winning 1-0 over Canada in the semifinal win off a Vasquez goal in the 27th minute. The USA beating Puerto Rico 7-0 off a second-half hat trick from Simone Jackson and a brace from Michelle Cooper. That's how they got here. Canada won earlier 2-0 to secure the 3rd berth for the World Cup over Puerto Rico, and there's the championship trophy. We take a look at that. Both of these teams want to hoist here in a couple of hours. Make sure you stick around. We'll have national anthems in preparation for kickoff when we return.
De Estados Unidos.
anthems complete as both teams, so much pride and excitement representing each of their countries. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the United States. Niku Purcell getting her fourth start in goal for the United States. Michelle Cooper wearing the captain's armband. This is a lineup that's 47 goals for, but 0 against. Samar Guidry, Lily Reel, Emily Mason, and Lainey Rouse securing that back line for the United States that has not allowed any goals in 6 games thus far. As we see the championship trophy and our officiating crew for today gathering at midfield with the captains. Marianela Araya will be our center official, assisted by Mahinza Wrench, Yvette Santiago. And our fourth official, Adette Hamilton, will be rounding out the crew on the field. Michelle Cooper and Annette Vasquez both being spoken to by Marianela Araya, our center official. Just final preparations for both of these teams ahead of a championship game that's been much anticipated over the last 2 days. In addition to the refereeing crew, we also have VAR officials that will help. In the last game of the third place game, there was a VAR check that resulted in a penalty. So lucky to have Tatiana Guzman as our VAR referee in the booth, assisted by Chantal Boudreau from Canada. So they'll be looking on if there's anything that is needing additional assistance for our crew on the field as we take a look at the starting 11 for Mexico. The same starting 11 put out here, Maribel Dominguez does, the manager, that she did against Canada in the semifinal. A very experienced group. Samantha Lopez and Kimberly Guzman have been so great in that back line in the center back roles. And then Vasquez, of course, wearing the captain's band, scoring the goal that sent Mexico to the World Cup in Costa Rica. So 2 very experienced lineups here this afternoon in the United States and Mexico. First job done of securing the World Cup berth to Costa Rica in August, but vying for the championship here this afternoon. It's going to be a great spectacle to see with all of these great players taking the field. Celeste Espino in goal for Mexico, securing a back line that's only given up 1 goal in this tournament as well. So both teams very successful thus far, not only just getting the wins, but also dominant performances from both sides. And we're underway in Santo Domingo, the championship game of the Concacaf Under-20 Women's Championship. Mexico taking on the United States. They're in their white kits, attacking right to left. An aggressive start. Talia Della Peruta draws the foul and starts it quickly for the United States. Alyssa Thompson looking to get in the wide space on that right side, drawing 3 defenders from Mexico early. Rouse takes the space, tries to find Thompson again, whips it in, cleared out by Lopez down to Jackson, and that'll be cleared. United States in the red and blue kits. I'm Casey White on the call for this exciting game between 2 nations very familiar with one another. Both playing with tons of confidence in this tournament, and will be a great matchup to see how they each establish their tempo and rhythm in this one. Lily Reel will look to collect for the United States and keep possession through Purcell as she gets her first touch of the match. Delgado fights off pressure from Jackson as Malione finds a lot of space forward. A little hesitant to go forward and intercepted by Mason. Although all 20 players seeing action for the United States, a familiar lineup for them, the 11 that are on the field for this championship matchup with Mexico. Lainey Rouse, the right back, the only player to get a start in every game so far in this tournament for the United States. Cooper will chase as Espino comes out, calm with her feet, but Cooper putting pressure on early. She dispossesses and it's a goal in the 3rd minute. The captain converts for the United States on a mistake from the goalkeeper Celeste Espino, but what pressure from the center forward to give the United States the 1-0 lead. An early goal from the United States through Michelle Cooper, her 8th of the qualification tournament, pressuring Celeste Espino, calm on the ball, but a little casual there, and the pressing of the United States pays off. Cooper getting that tackle with the outside of the right foot and the finishing touch as well. Celebrating with Alyssa Thompson. Her 8th goal of the qualification tournament puts her on top of the scoring for the entire tournament. Was tied with Olivia Smith and fellow teammate Andrea Kitahata. Errant touch will go out of play, and Mexico will take over deep in the United States end. Maribel Dominguez leading the way for Mexico, the most capped player of all time for the Mexican women's national team. 116 caps, 82 goals. Great leader for this group. Villanueva draws the foul outside the box. Della Bruta called for that one. And a dangerous set piece for Mexico. Two players in the wall, the goal scorer Cooper and Alyssa Thompson. A high line from the United States giving Nee Cooper Cell some space. Monroy steps up, gets it on frame, but not much on that one, and the run's not able to distract Nee Cooper Cell, her first save of this championship game. And Michelle Cooper's goal coming quite early in this one in the 3rd minute. Not the fastest one of the tournament, believe it or not, for the United States. The 1st-minute goal from Colton against Suriname in the round of 16, and a 2nd-minute goal to open things in the first game against Nicaragua as Aviles looks to go forward. She'll bring Lily Reel over, well defended by the center back, and also attempting to keep possession, but deflected out for a throw-in. Aviles has 6 goals of her own for Mexico in 5 appearances, so someone certainly the United States will have to keep a watch on going down that near side flank. Lopez plays through the feet of Delgado. Dispossessed by Thompson again. She's in. Can Espino come out? She does. Thompson puts it in! 2 goals in 3 minutes for the United States. Again, off the high press from Alyssa Thompson, gives the United States the 2-0 lead very early in this one. Samantha Lopez, a rare mistake. Not feeling the pressure of Alyssa Thompson coming from the blind side. Espino not able to clear either. An opportunistic bounce in Thompson's favor, but created by her, and just great pressure, calmness, and Mexico being in that big shape is allowing for these turnovers to result in goals, not just near chances. And this one, a great finish off the outside of the foot with confidence from the winger. Some communication going on between our officials with Marianela Araya, who's at the center whistle today. And there is going to be a VAR check as our center official does jog over to the sidelines. Obviously something seen by Tatiana Guzman and Chantel Boudreau, perhaps glancing off that arm of Alyssa Thompson on the deflection, continuing it forward. So this one being decided if this will be called back. Espino may prove to have done just enough. Some discussion going on in the VAR booth. There was one in the earlier game as well that did give a penalty to Canada, which ended up being their game-winning goal. This one, there is a decision being made. And it is confirmed that no goal actually on that from the signal. So a little bit of life for Mexico, thinking that they were down 2-0, but a handball was called on Alyssa Thompson. But Mexico really needing to figure out the high pressure of the United States, because you can see how quickly the United States can convert that defending into chances as this one goes long. Mexico really hasn't come up against anyone that has been able to press them higher up the field, as they've enjoyed much of the possession and most teams electing to play against a low block. That one goes out of play. Samar Guidry trying to keep that one in, but throw in on the far side for Mexico. A little bit sharper in the back from Mexico. A wake-up call for them, perhaps. 1 goal against, almost 2 within the first 10 minutes as offside is called on Malion. Espino making no mistake about this one, wanting to go long. But the Mexican forwards not back in an onside position. Lady Rouse with good pressure in that inside space from the outside back, as Jackson will also chase. No slowing down from the United States front runners as they press as a unit, but well taken by Villanueva. Still dispossessed in the middle third. Mexico defending in a 4-2-3-1. So often playing out of 4-4-2, but this group has been in this 4-2-3-1 the majority of the tournament. Rouse slipping Alyssa Thompson in behind. So speedy to get around is Thompson. Cooper losing her feet. This one cleared. Center back, Mason dispossessed. She'll provide chase to Malion. Guidry plays Jackson. Good feet by Guidry. Mexico having to commit 3 players around the interchange from Jackson and Guidry on that far side flank. Ball into Cooper on the diagonal run. Bringing out Guzman. Will serve it. This one almost makes it to Alyssa Thompson. Moultrie calms it down for the United States, keeping Mexico pinned in. Rouse. Michelle Cooper now finds herself in that wide flank. Jackson taking up that center forward role as this one's played across from Missimo. Thompson tries to bring it down, but the defending of Ramirez too close. And either way, offside would have been called. Alyssa Thompson getting that goal disallowed in the 6th minute due to the handball off the clearance from Espino. You can see the high positioning of Cooper now as this ball is put down and will be played by Espino. Both of these teams extremely dominant performances throughout the group, throughout round of 16, quarterfinals and semifinals. As Purcell perhaps gets pressured now early. Scary little pass there, but Mason deals with it quite well, but it will go the way of Mexico for a throw-in. Take a look at Tracy Kevins, the head coach for the United States. Ramirez finding the feet of Villanueva. Good composure from Moultrie to find the space for Thompson. So speedy on this near side flank is Thompson through the feet of Cooper. Great play by the United States in the counterattack. Not on the same page as Jackson, Olivia Moultrie, but trying to find that slip ball in. Both teams not coming out and trying to fill out the other team, and that just speaks to the confidence that both of these groups have built over the past 2 weeks in this qualification tournament. Both pressing high, both looking to create chances. Foul called, a push on Elaine Rouse around midfield. Aviles earning that one for Mexico. Alyssa Thompson almost getting that goal today, already on 3 goals and 2 assists for the tournament. Electing to possess is Mexico. Samantha Lopez dispossesses. Missimo will look to spring Thompson. She does. No cover in that wide space for Ramirez as finally a teammate comes to help. Gutierrez. A little tug there. Della Peruta earns the free kick for the United States. Della Peruta beating pressure. Vasquez just a little tug. Our center official on that one, right in the position to make that call. Delgado organizing, trying to pull Michelle Cooper offside, who's positioned herself right in behind the wall as Espino looks on. And Cooper has taken a step forward. Missimo makes a run as well. Flipped in behind. Delgado gets a little bit of a head to it. Second chance opportunity, appeals for a handball. Espino coming out and snags it. But multiple players from the United States appealing for a handball. And we'll see if there's any check done with that creative from Aviles. Player down in the penalty area. Michelle Cooper for the United States took quite a hit there and appears to need some medical attention. There's a potential VAR check as well. That's the one they're appealing for right there. And this one played, Cooper does challenge Espino and seems to have taken the worst of the hit. Both teams taking advantage of this opportunity in the 18th minute to get a little bit of information for both their teams. Maribel Dominguez urging this Mexican team on, finding themselves in a deficit early in the first 3 minutes. 2 went across the line, only 1 stands for the 1-0 lead for the United States. I'm Casey White on the call for this one, and it has been entertaining and nonstop from the first whistle. The defending of the United States really putting Mexico under a lot of pressure early on in this one. Michelle Cooper getting tended to and still asking for a VAR check, so the captain making sure she's also taking care of her team while the medical staff from the United States takes care of her. Given the thumbs up is Michelle Cooper, leading the team, the captain, with 8 goals in 7 games. The third minute goal, in this one, the separator right now.
Why can't she watch it?
It appears there won't be any check, and everything will get underway again as Espino makes no mistake and goes long after that first goal. United States critical moments right now. They are down a player as Michelle Cooper is out. Can only assume the thumbs up means she'll be coming back in as soon as she can. But Emily Mason called for the foul. Coming through the back of Villanueva. Jenna Gutierrez will take the service. Leon, good feet in the wide space, trying to connect with Villanueva, but well defended by the back line of the United States. Michelle Cooper is back in the game, and that one off the foot of her to find Alyssa Thompson. Will not be able to save that one as Coach Maribel Dominguez gets her first touch. Avila's on the turn, but well recovered from Lainey Rouse. And the defensive shape of Mexico as Avila's presses, tries to make it a 5 against 3 in that center area and create an overload as Villanueva poses a bit of a temporary problem for Real, but she recovers. Rouse dispossessed by Avila's tug of the shirt. That'll be a foul. Another one drawn by Aileen Aviles. Aviles defending, and bit of reaction there from the initial tug from Aviles, but Rouse is caught on that one. The United States will have to set up for the defensive free kick. Monroy decides to serve. This one headed on, offside called. Good accurate ball from Purcell out of the back as Missimo calms things down with a change of point to Rouse. Thompson gets her own pass that was intercepted. Cooper called for the foul, using her position to try to spin Samantha Lopez, but Lopez earns the free kick for Mexico. Legs getting tangled in that last one as Cooper continues to press. The United States coming out very strong pressing, but Mexico starting to settle in a bit in possession. Still in their defensive half with the possession, but more touches for them as Guidry takes over. This one falls to Cooper. 3 chasing on Cooper, dropped this one back, but Vasquez able to come across. More pressing from Cooper. Well possessed by the United States against the pressure from the Mexican midfielders. And the United States and Mexico have met in the last 2 finals for the championship. The United States 4-1 victorious in 2020. Although the World Cup canceled due to the global pandemic. In 2018, Mexico victorious 4-2 over the United States. So very familiar foes, these 2 nations at this level of the Under-20 Women's Championship. Won by Rouse. Moultrie under a lot of pressure on that far side. That goes across the sideline. That'll go to Mexico. And 2 of the players that played in the 2020 game where the United States was victorious are on this roster, Emily Mason and Talia Della Peruta, but the only 2 out of the 20. A lot of pressure on Aviles as that one goes across. This one will go to the United States. Rouse will step up to take the throw in, the right back. Good feet by Delgado to secure possession for Mexico, and her and Jana Gutierrez have done a lot of work in this tournament for Mexico defensively, but also in possession as the United States presses again. Why not? That's where their first goal came from. Lopez having a little bit of a hard time dealing with pressure early against the combination of Thompson and Michelle Cooper. Errant touch, and that one cleared. Tough foul. Elaine Rouse called for that one as Aviles stays down. Aviles, the Monterrey player from Liga MX Femenil, has been so active in this qualification tournament. As it appears, Marianela Araya will have a bit of a chat with Elaine Rouse. Just so quick, Aviles gets that little extra touch, and against the momentum of Lady Rouse, draws the foul for Mexico, and they're in possession going towards their attacking half. Vasquez coming out of there in possession, but won by Rouse. United States going for their record 7th title. They've qualified for all 10 World Cups. Mexico most recently winning the title in 2018 as Delgado's put under pressure. So two teams very familiar with being in this situation, in this game, not only playing for the championship for Concacaf, but qualifying for a World Cup. Guzman will look to play long, off the head of Mason. Guzman will elect to start that one over to the feet of Espino, and Michelle Cooper pressing. Delgado switching the point. This one doesn't quite have a chance in behind. Looking to expose that space behind the back line is Missimo. And now Mexico will try to counter quickly. Malion dribble penetrates, plays a slip ball in behind. Purcell coming confidently off her line in the 29th minute to get that one. And Mexico getting a little bit more life in this game, very similar to the semifinal matchup with Canada. Canada starting stronger in that one, United States starting stronger in this one, coming out with that goal in the 3rd minute. But Mexico starting to generate a little bit more possession and a good opportunity. Again, Delgado through the feet of Vasquez, well shut down by Elaine Rouse. Clever touch from Ramirez and Aviles. Well defended by Della Peruta. Ramirez with the throw. Through the feet of Cooper, United States will try to build out of their end. It's the longest time they've been in their defensive half in the last few minutes as Mexico continues to push forward. Kimberly Guzman finding the feet of Vasquez. Good defensive work from Thompson, and she'll go forward quickly. Off the foot of Thompson, dribbling quickly, trying to find Jackson. A tough foul as Kimberly Guzman steps from her center back position. You can see the speed of Alyssa Thompson going through midfield. Guzman standing her ground, drawing the foul, and just breaking up the play. United States so dangerous in the counterattack, transitioning from defending to attacking. Slowing things down was the center back. Moultrie. United States manager and assistant coach Katie Schepfer organizing things from the sideline. A lot of experience on the sideline for the United States. Tracy Kevins has been with U.S. Soccer since 2017, taking over with this group in October of 2021. Cleared out by the Mexican back line, and Real will give chase. Villanueva and Rouse battling there.
What are we calling?
Both of these teams experiencing big goal differential throughout their previous 6 games. The United States 47-0 goals for, goals against. Mexico 28-1. Their only goal conceded coming against El Salvador in the quarterfinal. Aviles going into the wide space there as Villanueva will try to keep that one in, but it is a throw to Mexico. Aviles tries one, why not? Deflected by Moultrie. Cooper is off and running. She has Jackson on the left, Alyssa Thompson on the right. A lot of space right for Cooper. She's going herself. Now she'll slip Jackson. What a clever ball and a save from Espino. An athletic save from Celeste Espino keeps Mexico within 1 from the United States. Villanueva on the turn, good technique. She has someone on the far side, Monroy, but coming back left is Malion. Real with the change of point, too much and not enough width for the United States. But this last attack from Michelle Cooper, her first goal showing so much power and athleticism. That one, precision on the pass to Simone Jackson and great vision, but Celeste Espino with a big save for Mexico. Ramirez trying to find the feet of Villanueva. And again, as they did after that overturned second goal, Mexico gaining a little bit of momentum. Most of the first half has been in the United States' favor. But that big save from Espino making the Mexican field players a little bit more lively going forward as Niku Purcell organizes her defensive unit. Will make Ramirez go a little bit further back, our center official. Again, in the United States just can't quite get out of this near side where Mexico's putting a lot of pressure on the right side in Rouse and Mason. Vasquez will look to play it across. This one deflects down to Malion. She employs help from Monroy. Service in, deep run from Villanueva, header just over the crossbar. A little too deep on that service, but the late run from the center forward, Villanueva. And probably the best opportunity for Mexico, but not able to get that down to test the goalkeeper, Purcell from the United States. You could almost feel that coming. The United States starting so quickly in this game. Mexico starting to generate a few opportunities going forward as the half progresses on. Villanueva has Malion on the right. She tries to find her, but well cut out by Samar Guidry. Della Peruta clears. Cooper putting Lopez under a lot of pressure as she's done all day. foul called, drawn by Michelle Cooper. Michelle Cooper brought down by 3 different players. The final foul called on Daniela Delgado, who did not agree, but Moultrie will step over this set piece nonetheless for the United States. Dela Peruta under a lot of pressure, dispossessed in the middle third. And that's that 5 against 3 from Mexico, and they're off the other way. Malion on the right, electing to go left. Jana Gutierrez defended well by Rouse, and that'll be a goal kick to the United States. Avila is the leading goal scorer off that left side for Mexico, but Natalia Malion, lots of space on the right, a goal scorer in her own right with 3 goals to her name. And a clear goal kick for the United States on that last play. Mexico pushing a little bit higher. The United States getting Samar Guidry high and allowing the holding mid of Dela Peruta to dictate play in the wide space. Malion trying to get out of the pressure of the United States, does so through Kimberly Guzman, but that one will be won and a throw in to Samar Guidry. Defending from Michelle Cooper, the center forward, to help her midfield, and now she's going the other way. Mexico able to retreat. Alyssa Thompson, a lot of space to use her speed in the 1v1. She does. Ramirez brings her down, and it's a penalty. Less than 5 minutes to halftime. A penalty called against Ramirez. No cover for Alexandra Ramirez in that wide space as the coaching staff from Mexico looks on, but a big opportunity for the United States. Alyssa Thompson just pushing it back and their feet getting caught, but Alyssa Thompson definitely had the advantage here getting around Alexandra Ramirez. United States scored a second goal in the 6th minute, called back on a handball from Alyssa Thompson. Dela Peruta, it appears, may step up, or they'll discuss this, Michelle Cooper and Dela Peruta. Dela Peruta seems to be the one that's going to step up and take this. Already 1 penalty kick to her name. Dela Peruta coming in the quarterfinal game versus Haiti in their 6-0 win. Marinella Araya making sure everything is set and ready to go. Dela Peruta steps up with the right foot, goes the same way she did before, and the same result. 2-0 to the United States. Talia Dela Peruta doubles the lead in the 43rd minute. The United States takes the lead on Mexico in a championship game. Such a great penalty, lifting it above Espino. Espino does guess right, but too much power, too much accuracy for the holding midfielder, and she gets her 5th goal of the qualification tournament. Talia Della Peruta in the holding mid role, the lone holding midfielder, contributing 5 goals from that position, which is a feat that she has completed in this game and in this tournament. That one coming right before halftime, so critical, and just a confident finish from the midfielder. And if you're Mexico, that one is really tough. They were starting to build a little bit of momentum through the last 15 minutes of the first half. And that one coming off a counterattack through Alyssa Thompson, who has been so dangerous, drawing that penalty kick. And then the first goal from the pressure of Michelle Cooper. But the possession has started to go in Mexico's favor until that point. Right before halftime, not something that they're going to be happy with, giving up that goal to the United States. Roy takes on Guidry, well defended. Simone Jackson helping, and Guidry earns the throw-in for the United States. Cooper going forward again, not settling for the 2-0. Alyssa Thompson gets a little shove again. That one's let go, but Alexandra Ramirez and Alyssa Thompson, that matchup, a fun one to watch. Alyssa Thompson almost gets in again against the Mexican back line, and 3 minutes of additional time are going to be added at the end of this first half. We did have the VAR check in the 6th minute that took some additional time, plus the 2 goals. Mauleon looking to go forward, wanting to put one on the scoreline is Mexico, not settling for this 2-0 deficit going into halftime. And a corner kick is awarded. Appeals for a throw-in, but the United States will have to recover and make sure they're organized quickly for this set piece.
More side left.
Monroy and Vasquez, the captain, both on the ball for this corner kick. Electing to go long off the left foot. Cooper wins that initial header. Jackson lots of time, and she'll clear just to be safe. Moultrie able to turn that one over. The United States looking to attack quickly in transition. Thinking better of it is Moultrie, and they'll establish possession around the middle third. Della Peruta trying to spring Rouse, and she does. Ramirez, no cover, but does well to defend. That one goes over the end line, and a goal kick is awarded. And a lot of the success of the United States has come as the outside backs have really found ways to join the attack throughout this tournament. Rouse has been one of those that has really allowed them to create overloads in the wide area. Well secured by Villanueva, and Gutierrez will change the point for Mexico. Villanueva, Vasquez to the feet of Delgado. Now Mauleon picks it up on the left foot from Mauleon. A lot of defending players from the United States forces that shot to go away from target. Mexico committing, and at Vasquez high up there with Villanueva. Perhaps encouraging Purcell to play long, and that's the halftime whistle. 45 minutes are complete in the championship match. The United States taking an early lead through the Michelle Cooper pressure and conversion of her goal in the 3rd minute, and Della Peruta converting the penalty kick in the 43rd minute. So starting and ending strong, 2-0 lead for the United States over Mexico. Highlights and stats will be right up after this. Entertaining first half, the United States and Mexico meeting up for this championship game for the women's under 20s. and the United States would get off to a flying start with Michelle Cooper pressing high in the 3rd minute. Espino a little too casual out of the back, and the pressure from Michelle Cooper resulting in a goal very early on for the United States. Michelle Cooper doing so much work up top, both on attack and defensively. This one combining both for the lead to make it 1-0. Her 8th goal of the tournament, which leads the entire field. The captain for the United States showing up very, very early, and Mexico just not ready for this pressure right away, and the United States would take advantage of it. As the half went on, Mexico started to build a little bit more, getting this set piece from Monroy, somewhere caught between the shot and a cross there at Malion, slipping Villanueva in behind, and Mexico started to grow in confidence. Malion getting on the ball more, the playmaker, and Villanueva with the blindside run, but Purcell up to the challenge. Michelle Cooper with this clever ball to Simone Jackson. Espino keeping Mexico in it. As Mexico started to step up and get more attacking, that space in behind was on, and I love this vision from Michelle Cooper. And a great save. Nothing more Simone Jackson could have done with that. This ball to Villanueva, the center forward, not able to head it down, but Monroy playing that up into a dangerous area, and because her run came from deep, it was hard to take advantage of. But Alyssa Thompson draws a penalty kick late in the first half. Alexandra Ramirez not able to keep up with the speedy winger. The penalty is confirmed, and Della Peruta steps up, converts it, and celebrates 2-0 lead for the United States. Goes to the same spot she went to with her last penalty kick, celebrating with her teammates. So much power and precision, and that was right before halftime in the 43rd minute, allowing the United States to take a 2-0 lead into the locker room, scoring in the first 5 minutes, scoring in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Critical moments for the United States. We'll take a look at the halftime stats. Only 3 shots to 2 for both of these teams. A lot of play being done in midfield, 1 on target for each team. 7-7 in fouls, very even. 1-1 offside. But the possession is in the United States' favor. The United States establishing more possession early on, but now at 55% to 45% for Mexico. This is going to be an entertaining second half. We'll take a quick break, but make sure you get back to see if Mexico can work their way back into this one or if the United States will hold on for the championship. Halftime almost complete in Estadio Olímpico. Félix, Sánchez, Maribel Dominguez urging on her players, needing some more offensive production, more goal-scoring chances to try to fight their way back into this one, being down 2 after 45 minutes as the United States getting final preparations to begin this second half. A quick start for the United States and a good finish. Each goal coming in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of the half. That is the separation so far. And Mexico starting to build more possession throughout the first half, but that goal at the end by the United States really providing the separation between the two. Delgado will be really important in midfield for Mexico, maintaining possession alongside Jana Gutierrez. Both of these teams very familiar with one another. In the first half, the counterattacking and the pressure from the United States taking Mexico out of its normal form in possession as they've experienced through the majority of this tournament. And there will be a substitution. Maritza Maldonado appears to be coming into the game for Mexico, the second leading goal scorer for Mexico, so makes sense to have this substitution. The 19-year-old has 5 goals, so perhaps she can provide a little bit of a spark for Mexico. It's a beautiful day in Santo Domingo as both teams get ready to hear this whistle to kick off the second half from our center official. And we're underway in the second half. Mexico looking to make a comeback against the United States in this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. The United States building from right to left in the blue and red kits. Mexico in the white kits from left to right. I'm Casey White on the call for this championship game, which the United States are pressing early again as Simone Jackson trying to get through the back line of Mexico, unable to do so. Michelle Cooper trying to spring Samar Guidry on the overlap, not able to do so. And Maritza Maldonado has come into the game at halftime for the captain Annette Vasquez. Eileen Aviles has pushed into that attacking center midfield role that Vasquez was occupying in the first half. So a bit of a different look from Mexico that the United States will have to face, bringing the cheeky, technical Aviles on the ball now into that midfield space. Well defended by Moultrie, coming back in the midfield. There's Aviles on the ball now, a little bit different dynamic. Monroy pushing forward with Malion. A lot of space for Malion. She'll keep it through the feet of Aviles. Little Meg there from Aviles, again avoids another one, but Lily Real coming through on a hard tackle with Gutierrez. And you can already see a little bit of the difference in that midfield space as Aviles super technical on the ball, very comfortable in tight spaces. Foul called. Guidry slow to get up, but Monroy called for that one. It'll be a free kick to the United States. Daniela Monroy, the Cruz Azul player, has been a mainstay in that right back position for Mexico throughout this tournament. Emily Mason serves long. That header won by Guzman. by Villanueva as Lily Real set piece to the United States in the 49th minute. Lily Real, some good footwork to get around the pressure of Villanueva. Unhappy with that call, the center forward. Moultrie will go long. 2 runners. Mason, one of them on that backside, the center back. Cooper working her way back on side. Goes to the left foot of Moultrie. Guidry plays it across. Missimo just trying to keep it going as Della Peruta strikes. That one will go past the post for a goal kick. Della Peruta already on 1 goal in the first half. Has proven she can score from distance. 3 strikes from distance from that holding mid-roll at the top of the box, and 2 penalties are her goals in the qualifying tournament. Malion looking to win that one out of midfield, and it's Gutierrez that comes through. Play on, says Marinella Araya. Avila's in the near side space. Finds Malion's feet with the strike. It's on frame. It hits the crossbar. Rouse there to ensure no second opportunity for Mexico. That one brought the coaching staff of Mexico to their feet, just not dipping quite early enough off the foot of Natalia Malion. Purcell a little higher off her line, but she had it covered. And Rouse doing very well to recover for the United States. Mexico getting their second corner kick of the game, sitting 2 earlier, only 1 this time. It'll be served across. Purcell calls for it and collects. Avila's facing the back line, doesn't connect solidly with that one. Play on. Avila's with Malion on the near side. Gutierrez tries to spring Monroy. Monroy tries to save it. She does on the right side. Surely a service will come. This one across off the head of Mason. Foul called on Alexia Villanueva, drawn by Talia Della Peruta. And a couple of minute stretch here where Mexico has shown that they can create something going forward. Della Peruta does well to get body position on that collision with Villanueva. But really it's the battle in midfield for me. The United States, the first 5 minutes doing well. The 3 in midfield getting out against the 5 that are tucked in for Mexico. And a lot of that to do, as this goes over for a goal kick, to do with Samar Guidry and Elaine Rouse. They're so comfortable in possession as well, so the number overload doesn't quite do much there. And this will be restarted. Mirabel Dominguez taking over for Mexico last year, also coached the U15 and U17 Mexican national teams as the head coach. Assistant currently with Monica Vergara with the senior women's team as well. Qualifying for her first World Cup as a coach of the under-20 women's national team just on Thursday with their win over Canada. Malion finds Monroy. Monroy facing up with Guidry, gets in behind on the right foot, plays it back across while covered by Rouse. Mexico will reestablish possession, trying to clip it in behind is Avila's clever ball. Monroy with the service, coming through as Gutierrez. But just Just not enough pace on the service across for Gutierrez to redirect on frame, goal kick. Avila's pressuring, Real intercepted, but Moultrie able to stifle the attack of Mexico. Maleon has Delgado right, going herself with the Vilas. That's a pairing that has been very dangerous this tournament. As we see Maldonado, the halftime substitute, give pressure on Elaine Rouse. And at times, the way that Mexico is set up, they're still in their 4-2-3-1, but Avila's at times will take liberties to get a little higher, making it look like a 4-4-2, pressuring the center backs of the United States, and it is taking the United States out of their rhythm early in this half. Well collected by Michelle Cooper. Play on, says Marinella Araya, and thought better of it. There will be a foul called. And that's 2 fouls in a matter of 10 minutes called on Daniela Monroy as Maleon and Delgado talk it over with our center official. The high kick there from Daniela Monroy, certainly a foul. As Missimo will stand over this one for the United States. And the United States have proven to be very creative in set pieces. We'll see what they do here. There is a touch. This one played to the back post. Dangerous ball in. Real gets her head to it, but nothing to Testespino. And both center backs committed forward on that free kick opportunity for the United States. And really, a third goal would certainly make it very difficult for Mexico, already having to claw their way back into this one. Heavy touch from Jackson, but a great tackle. This one cleared to the feet of Guidry, and she'll reestablish possession through Mason, at least temporarily, as she's pressured. Missimo settles in midfield and able to possess through Rouse on the far side flank. Both outside backs again helping in possession against the 5 of Mexico for midfield. Maleon, great feet to avoid pressure. And 16 of these players on the Mexican roster are in Liga MX Femenil, the professional women's league in Mexico. So a great ground for these players to continue working on their game and developing at this critical age as Mason steps in. 2 of the players playing in the United States and 2 playing in England, and sisters Tatiana Flores and Silvana Flores. With the United States only having 1 professional player in Olivia Moultrie. Delgado down and clutching her ankle. Conversation with the coaching staff from Mexico and Maribel Dominguez. Lopez pressured by Michelle Cooper again. Good feed from Malion. She's been active in this second half. So is Avila, trying to get Monroy in. This right side has given a lot of opportunities to Mexico. Purcell reading that one well. But this near side flank, Mexico is trying to expose between the interchange of Monroy, Malion, and Aviles. And it's where they've seemed to have the most success early on in this half. Committing more number is crucial for Mexico if they want to work their way back into this one, and it doesn't come without risk against the United States, a team that can not only possess but counterattack quickly. But with the 2-0 deficit, Mexico needing to continue to look to create more numbers forward. Well, one in midfield by Michelle Cooper, and the United States takes over. Thompson finds the feet of Moultrie on the left foot, tries to create some more space. Strike from distance from Della Peruta, off target. Two players preparing to come on for the United States, and Emily Colton and Trinity Byers getting some final notes from the coaching staff as they enter in a critical moment of this game. Alyssa Thompson looking to go herself. Quick feet by Thompson. It takes 4 defenders and some good footwork from Samantha Lopez to stifle that attack. This one, corner kick earned from Michelle Cooper, the center forward. First corner kick of the game for the United States, believe it or not, comes in the 61st minute. A team that has generated 47 corner kicks in 6 games prior to this, getting their first one right now as Olivia Moultrie will go over for this service. Serve deep. Espino going back towards her goal. She's challenged. Della Peruta cleared off the line. Well done by Mexico to cover for Espino as Della Peruta comes so close to securing a brace and a 3-0 lead. Emily Mason does well on this one, and Ramirez and Guzman together making sure that one does not go over the line. Simone Jackson is going to make way for Trinity Byers in the 62nd minute. Simone Jackson finishes her qualifying campaign with 6 goals in 4 starts. So great from her for the United States. And Emily Colton coming in for Olivia Moultrie. Emily Colton, 3 goals and 5 assists so far, and getting her 7th appearance of the tournament, appearing in all 7 games of this qualifying campaign, the midfielder. Delgado takes over, has Villanueva high, but too much pressure from the United States. Still finds Villanueva. The run in behind from Malion. Flicked on by Mason, well defended. Gutierrez, she has space, Gutierrez. Maldonado playing this one across, miscleared from Della Peruta, but she'll get a second opportunity, that one over the sideline. Alyssa Thompson now shifted to the left side, the near side flank for the United States. Good touch by Villanueva to possess, but Colton getting her first touches of the game dispossesses the center forward. dispossessed, 2v1. And this one will go the way of the United States as Malion and Villanueva picking opportunities to pressure higher up. Again, pressured on Lily Reel. Holton able to possess through Purcell. Daniela Delgado finding herself on the ball now in a deeper role for Mexico, allowing more of the Mexican players to push up. A shot on frame, but Purcell able to handle that one with ease. Cleared out by Purcell. Cooper continuing to press, and she dispossesses Lopez, as she so often does. 1v1 coming out as Espino. Cooper wanting the foul there. You can just see what the high pressure and work rate of Michelle Cooper can do. Lopez very good on the ball, dispossessed by the front runner, and having to come back, not able to put that one on frame as Michelle Cooper, but just such a nuisance up top, the captain. Very similar to how she scored her first goal, but this time against Samantha Lopez instead of Espino. Handball on Guidry, free kick to Mexico. And a card will come out against Alyssa Thompson for stepping in front of that free kick and slowing play down. Alyssa Thompson, one of two players for the United States still in high school. Getting denied the goal she put across the line due to a handball with the VAR check in the 6th minute, but been very active for the United States in the wing space. Trinity Byers gets her first touch of the game. Good combination with Missimo, the University of Texas teammates. Byers gets around the outside, around Lopez. Byers drops it back. It'll be deflected out for a corner kick, and a good entrance for Trinity Byers coming into the game, earning the set piece for the United States. Moultrie took the last corner kick. She has exited the game. Missimo steps up for this service. Floated to the penalty spot, cleared out, but not out of the way yet. Byers on the left foot. Della Peruta keeping it alive. Byers right foot, that one sails over, goal kick Mexico. And at this point, you have to wonder if Mexico's going to shift a little bit of the way they are playing. They did make some personnel changes with bringing Aviles inside and inserting Maldonado on the left flank. But still, Gutierrez and Delgado playing quite deep in midfield. And at this point, the United States in complete control with the 2-0 lead, not having to push things. But Alyssa Thompson still wanting to take on in the 1v1. Love the hunger. Going back to the near post, just missing that near side, Alyssa Thompson. So good in the 1v1, Alyssa Thompson. Just creates a yard of space, and it's bending away from that near post. But very close to getting a goal in this one. Again, Thompson. Missimo with the service. No one up there, 1 against 3 with Michelle Cooper. Byers slips in, Michelle Cooper on the right foot, Espino's out, blocked! And it falls to Rouse. Espino recovering. Rouse perhaps going for goal herself and falling short. United States knocking on the door of a third goal as we're in the 69th minute in Santo Domingo, the championship game between the United States and Mexico. Entertaining so far. I'm Casey White joining with you for this one. Entertaining from both sides, the United States and Mexico putting on a good display, but the United States getting the better of it thus far. Last opportunity, great vision from Trinity Byers. And Michelle Cooper lifting it near post, having a lot of that far post exposed, but Espino putting great pressure on the center forward. We're approaching the final 20 minutes of regulation. Coaching staff from Mexico perhaps figuring out how they can continue to fight back into this one. That ball not able to be saved by Alyssa Thompson as we see some of the substitutions potentially being made for the United States. Not yet, as we enter into the 71st minute here shortly. Delgado and Maleon doing well in combination to get out of pressure. Velez finds herself in some space in midfield. Bringing Monroy on the near side. A lot of runners for Mexico. Can that find the behind the back line? It can't. Mason doing well to recover. That space exposed behind the back line. Tempting for Mexico, but not able to find that final pass. Space behind Della Pruta trying to find it, but no runners as Espino will go collect and establish possession in her defending half. Real dispossessed in midfield. 2 forward of Maleon, now 3. As Velez will look to penetrate the space. The quick one off the dribble, finding Villanueva. But Colton doing some defensive work, and the speedy Thompson will pick this one up, a counterattack the opposite direction. Cooper, lots of space in front, plays it across. It falls all the way across to Byers. Byers with the strike. Deflected, and Espino takes over. Foul called on Alyssa Thompson. Lauren Flynn getting some information from head coach Tracy Kevins. Counter-attacking ball from Alyssa Thompson, and the unselfishness from Michelle Cooper to go across as she draws 2 defenders. But Ramirez recovered brilliantly on that one. Mexico finding some success again on this near side flank, creating an overload wide with Maleon and Monroy. Off of Guidry, she's down and will need help quickly. This one is a corner kick as Natalia Maleon does check on her. Medical staff is on site quickly after this service from Maleon going off the side of Guidry's head, getting some attention here, and she appears to at least get up and will walk off to the end line for some more treatment and assessment. Colton and Della Peruta, two midfielders in the game, speaking with Tracy Kevins, certainly big roles as they don't want any opportunities from Mexico, if you're the United States, to come through that midfield. And some skilled players in there for Mexico, finding space in the last couple of minutes and urging their teammates on. Delgado and Aviles. Organization being done early by the United States and goalkeeper Niku Purcell. And not only getting numbers forward, important for Mexico, but taking advantage of the set pieces they earn could be critical in this championship game. Right-footed service from Monroy, header. It drops down to Lopez, not ready. This opportunity, not a lot on that one from Maldonado's left foot, and goal kick to the United States. Mason elects to go down the line long, and we're getting into the last 15 minutes of regulation, and Mexico finding itself in the same position Puerto Rico did, being down 2-0 to Canada in the third place game, needing to continue to commit numbers forward as Ramirez takes this throw in on the far side. Guidry's back in the game. Glad to see she is okay. Colton. United States doing well to make Mexico chase when out of possession as Rouse plays this across and cleared by Guzman. Feet by Malion. Mexico showing some sophistication and getting out of that pressure of the United States on the near side, but now the United States pressure wins out in their shape defensively as Mason will change the point through the feet of Real. Perhaps more time to settle Guidry as Malion tucks inside. Mason does well to find the outlet pass through Guidry. A little technical genius there from Natalia Malion to get out of pressure. Villanueva draws the foul against the center back Lily Real, and they'll retreat and set up defensively. Important service from Monroy. This one getting in behind. Purcell's out, it goes down. Foul called against Mexico. Protecting the keeper. Jenna Gutierrez, brave on that, as well as Niku Purcell. Lauren Flynn coming into the game. Alexis Missimo will exit, so a personnel change. Alexis Missimo has been in that attacking mid role. Lauren Flynn normally playing in the center back position for the United States. More of a defensive change for Tracy Kevins as they look to protect this 2-0 lead against Mexico. So we'll see not only if it's personnel change, but also tactical on how the United States will approach the last 12 minutes of regulation. She has inserted into that midfield space, going to two holding midfielders rather than two attackers as the United States normally approaches games. Dalia Della Peruta and Lauren Flynn taking that on. A tough collision on the near side. Both players going in quite hard on that challenge in the air. Monroy challenging and taking the worst of it from Guidry. Appeared to be a pretty fair challenge on both sides, but both involved in that collision. Involved again in possession for the United States since coming on in the last minute. Good interchange from Byers and Colton to bring Colton in that wide space. Rouse, cleared by Lopez. Tough challenge from Flynn. Villanueva draws the foul. Mexico free kick. Tatiana Flores is going to come into the game for Alexia Villanueva. Another attacking presence as Villanueva sprints off the field, not wasting any time, allowing her teammate to come into the game. As we approach the last 10 minutes, Tatiana Flores coming in, the 16-year-old, currently playing for Chelsea. Flores has appeared in all 7 games now since entering the game in the 81st minute. Della Peruta called for the foul, and it looks like she will be booked for that challenge in the 81st minute. The yellow card goes to Talia Della Peruta. Jana Gutierrez does well to use the momentum against Della Peruta. This long service into the penalty area. It falls down to the feet of Real. She'll clear off the left foot. Maribel Dominguez urging her team on, the competitive coach, having played at this level and beyond for Mexico. Thompson, great feet to get out of pressure. This one will fall to Cooper. She has Byers if she plays quickly, and she does. Byers on the sprint. Espino, alert to the danger, steps out and clears. Colton put under immediate pressure, but still finds space. The handball, it will be called back. That one against Alexandra Ramirez. The United States has not given up a goal in this entire tournament. 7 minutes and a bit left to try to go throughout the entire tournament without conceding a goal, which would be quite a feat for the United States with all the talented nations playing in this Concacaf Women's Championship. Mason, long service. Espino reads that one well, and she'll try to spring the attack. Monroy mishits that one. Tired legs, perhaps. The clock starts to wind down. Emily Colton draws the foul in combination with Aviles and Jenna Gutierrez. Precious moments ticking away as Aviles and Gutierrez try to win possession for Mexico to go forward. Not happy with the call, and this will be in a dangerous area for the United States as Della Peruta and Colton step up to it. First half, Missimo and Moultrie had set piece responsibilities, falling now to the other midfielders. Della Peruta clips this one in. No danger for Espino. Flynn putting a lot of pressure on, called for the foul, brought into the game in the second half in that defensive midfielder role, looking to secure the defensive responsibilities with that substitution, and she's done well since coming in to stifle the attack of Mexico. Again, Flynn on the ball, dispossessed. Aviles will try to go the other way. Flores getting her first touch since coming in. Good ball from Flores. Malion will try to track it down. She's in a one-on-one with Samar Guidry. Beats Guidry to the left. Left-footed strike, it deflects, and what a save! Niku Purcell having to deal with the deflection off one of her teammates. A tough save keeps Malion from converting. Malion so dangerous in the 1v1, getting back on the left foot. A quick release. Deflects off the back, and retreating is Purcell, and wow, that one goes in. It gets a bit nervy for the United States, but saved, and it'll be a corner kick instead in the 87th minute. Monroy with the service. It's deep. Purcell goes up. Falls to Maldonado. Lopez gets that one to deflect off Real, even though there's arguments ensuing about that call. Another corner kick to Mexico. A lot of players in front of the United States goalkeeper, Niku Purcell. Six runners for Mexico. This one played dangerous, going up for the header. It's still alive. Guzman and Purcell eventually secures that one. But two tough corner kicks to defend for the United States, plus the save off the Malion shot, and Mexico continues to push forward. Touch by Colton to settle things down for the United States. Guidry drawing the foul on Malion. Guidry, very well done to get around the corner using that momentum against Natalia Malion. Goes across, goal kick to Mexico. Espino looking to play very quickly as time ticks off the clock, and USA having the 2-0 lead against Mexico in the championship. Not much time left for Mexico to mount a comeback. A lot of defensive work from Colton since coming into the game. Byers intercepts. A lot of defensive work from Jana Gutierrez as well for Mexico in midfield, sharing the role with Delgado, doing well to earn the throw-in on the far side near midfield. Stepping in is Rouse. United States doing well to stifle the attack of Mexico. Mexico having to chase. No giving up in Mexico as they continue to fight back in this championship, but Guidry has other plans as she goes down the near side. Foul call. Guidry doing so much work on that near side. And precious moments tick away for Mexico. So the United States does well, drawing the foul on Malion as we approach additional time here in Santo Domingo. There's 3 minutes added at the end of this second half as Odette Hamilton ensures everyone is aware of the added time in the championship game. Colton and Thompson step over this one. They'll take their time, not in any rush right now as the United States. Right now on a goal differential of 49-0, the United States, if the scoreline does hold. Thompson will keep it in the corner. 3 players around her, and it goes across. Goal kick to Mexico. Continuing to push forward is Mexico. Some eager players and staff on the sideline for the United States wanting this final whistle to go, but 2 minutes still left in this one as Flynn tries to play forward. And the late whistle does come. Marianela Aria trying to see if there is a little bit of advantage. No advantage there, so there will be a foul. Again, the United States playing short. Michelle Cooper down in that corner. Mexico wanting an offside call, it not coming. And the United States doing extremely well. And a corner kick is given as the final minute of additional time is approached. But the United States has done so well to be able to let this clock wind down, enjoying that lead throughout the entirety of the second half that they got going in the first half behind their 2 goals. Again playing short, Michelle Cooper and Colton throw in United States. Cleared out for a throw-in, a deflection, and this will go towards Mexico. Malion trying to get away from pressure, and she does. Such good feet from Natalia Malion. Perhaps one last opportunity to go forward, and that's it! The United States has prevailed over Mexico, and celebrate you should, Tracy Kevins. 2-0 victory off goals from Michelle Cooper and Talia Della Peruta, already securing their 11th trip to a World Cup, but now getting their record 7th title. The United States wins over Mexico 2-0. The players will continue to celebrate. We'll have interviews, award ceremonies, and highlights coming up after this, so don't go anywhere.
We are with Michelle Cooper. Hello. Michelle, first, congratulations, of course.
Thank you so much.
It was a great tournament, and today you managed to finish it with the champions in your hands. Please give us your opinion about that.
I am just so grateful. All of us sacrificed so much to be here. It's been years in the making. COVID-19 really messed things up for everyone, so it's great for us to finally be together, push the pressure, and come out here and win gold.
In addition to the medal gold, the United States managed to win several individual awards. What is your opinion of it?
I'm just very grateful. I wouldn't be able to do it without the other 10 girls on the field around me and the other however many are sitting on the bench coming out to push the pressure, rise the level. I wouldn't have been able to do it without any of them.
Now to celebrate.
Yes, we are to celebrate, and we are so happy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Nos encontramos con Hanna Gutiérrez. Hanna, un encuentro bastante complicado ante la selección de Estados Unidos. Lastimosamente no logran la victoria, pero se quedan con este segundo lugar y con la clasificación al Mundial. ¿Qué opinión le merece?
Opino que este equipo está para grandes cosas y esto no es un parámetro para lo que vamos a hacer en el Mundial. Vamos a ir con todo y por la revancha.
Esa motivación extra que tienen de tener el tiquete en las manos la lleva a ir a buscar también ese Mundial, a quedar campeones de un campeonato.
Sí, así es. Vamos por el campeonato mundial. Gracias.
Interviews from Michelle Cooper and Jana Gutierrez. A lot of excitement coming from the captain from the United States and credit given to her teammates. And you can just see the United States enjoying this 7th title. Just a dominant performance from the United States, and Mexico having a dominant performance through 6 games, outscoring opponents 28-1. Obviously disappointed with their loss of the championship, but both of these teams, in addition to Canada, headed to the World Cup in Costa Rica in August this year. Costa Rica also joining as the host nation. So 4 nations representing Concacaf, but the United States reigning victorious here this afternoon with a 2-0 victory. We're gonna have an awards ceremony coming up here soon to go over some individual awards throughout the tournament, as well as the presentation of the runner-up and championship trophy as Canada looks on, securing their World Cup berth earlier today with their 2-0 victory over Puerto Rico. You're getting a shot of Zoe Burns, who scored the first goal for Canada, and the United States still enjoying this win, and I'm sure that will last for a while into the evening and as they go home and prepare for the World Cup coming up in August. What's so great about both of these rosters, the United States especially, so many players contributing to the United States Championship, all 20 players contributing lots of minutes, a lot of goals, a lot of assists. Both teams preparing for the award ceremony now. The United States also beating Mexico in 2020, Mexico winning in 2018, and able to add 2022 to the list of titles for the United States.
Damas y caballeros, nuestro primer premio de la noche es el trofeo al juego limpio del Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de Concacaf 2022, presentado por Scotiabank. Este premio lo promueve el juego limpio. Va para el equipo de México.
Mexico being brought over to the stage as the captain, Annette Vasquez, coming across the stage and presenting this trophy to her for the Mexican team. Fair Play Award presented to them throughout this tournament, not only getting to the final and putting in a good performance today, falling a little bit short, but being rewarded with fair play.
Del trofeo a la mejor portera. Para recibir el trofeo, por favor, demos una ronda de aplausos a Ana Karpenko de Canada.
Canada's goalkeeper Anna Karpenko receiving the best goalkeeper of the tournament. Only 1 goal against Canada, and Anna Karpenko having the majority of starts for the Canadian team.
Continuamos con la presentación de la máxima goleadora del Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de Concacaf 2022.
Michelle Cooper, gracious and humble as ever, motioning to her teammates, but the top goal scorer of the entire U20 Women's Championship, Michelle Cooper, with 8 goals, earning that today with her 3rd minute goal. That proves to be the game winner. Had 7 coming into the day, died with Andrea Kitahata, her teammate, and Olivia Smith from Canada, but she stands atop with the top scorer award in this 2022 qualifying tournament.
Ahora premiamos a la mejor jugadora del campeonato, presentado por Scotiabank de México, Natalia Mauleón.
Michelle Cooper taking some pictures with the delegation here for CONCACAF, and she'll make her way off the stage.
A continuación, CONCACAF presentará medallas de reconocimiento a los oficiales del partido de esta noche.
Our officials being honored as well for this championship game. The center official, Marianela Araya, assisted by Mihinsa Rinch and Yvette Santiago, also being honored, alongside our fourth official, Odette Hamilton, receiving their medals from the Concacaf delegation, as well as our VAR officials, Tatiana Guzman and Chantal Boudreau. An honor for the officiating crew as well to be assigned to this game, the championship for the 2022
Ahora,
Women's Under 20 Championship.
Del campeonato, por favor, felicitemos al equipo del tercer lugar, el equipo nacional de Canadá.
Canada victorious in the third place game over Puerto Rico earlier today. Hopefully you joined the broadcast for that one as well. 2-0 win for the Canadian national team. Obviously happy winning the third place game, but what that means is a World Cup berth for Canada as well. So job done to Canada. Had to wait until today to secure the World Cup, but Zoe Burns with the game-winning goal as she's being awarded her medal on the penalty kick in the 38th minute. It took a while for them to break through, but they did, securing that third place. Mia Ponte and Holly Ward coming across, the defender and forward respectively for Canada, and Olivia Smith making her way across, who had 7 goals on the tournament. The entire staff of Canada, including head coach Cindy Tai, assisted by Mike Ayash and Maurice Bard-Martel, is Canada. Sense of relief and happiness for the coaching staff and players, and congratulations to the Canadian Federation for securing the third spot in the Under-20 FIFA Women's World Cup.
A los mejores equipos del campeonato, por favor, felicitemos al equipo campeón del segundo lugar, femenino sub-20 de Concacaf 2022, la selección nacional de México.
Some disappointment in the eyes of Captain Annette Vasquez, now receiving their medals for second place in the Concacaf tournament. Natalia Malion, top player from Mexico. Cazares, the center back, playing valuable minutes as well, not getting time today, but again, another roster that used everybody to manage minutes and get to this final game, something to be very proud of for this team from Mexico. Sisters Silvana and Tatiana Flores coming across the stage, and Daniela Delgado, who also wore the captain's band at times throughout this qualification tournament. Kimberly Guzman, the center back, some stellar performances alongside Samantha Lopez and the legend Maribel Dominguez leading this group. Certainly a team to be watching as they get to the World Cup. You just saw so much happiness from them on Thursday. Obviously disappointed today with losing to the United States, but more to come from this team as they represent the CONCACAF region going forward as well.
Y ahora, damas y caballeros, por favor, démosle la bienvenida al equipo campeón del campeonato sub-20 femenino de CONCACAF 2022, el equipo nacional de los Estados Unidos.
The United States now being announced as the winners of the Concacaf 2022 Under-20 Women's Championship and receiving their first place awards and enjoying every moment of it. Trinity Byers getting congratulated by the delegation from Concacaf. Ada McConnell, valuable minutes at center back. Mia Justice coming across, as well as Avery Patterson. A lot of smiles on the faces of the players from the United States. One of the most dominant performances, 49 goals to 0 for this group. And as the players make their way across, head coach Tracy Kevins receiving her award alongside Katie Shepfer and Brittany Cameron. And the rest of the support staff from the United States. First job done for Tracy Kevins, getting to the World Cup, also becoming champion for a record 7th time the United States in this CONCACAF qualifying tournament. Big congratulations from Ernie Stewart as the players make their way back on. And Michelle Cooper finally making her way over to the stage, getting her award, or not sure where she was, but they can't do this without her, that's for sure, with her 8 goals and her leadership as a captain for this talented United States team. Go ahead, United States, celebrate. You've won. You are the champions of CONCACAF Women's Under-20s. The United States rolling through this tournament with a dominant performance, and celebrate they should. Confetti flies, final pictures for the United States Under-20 women's team, going to their 11th World Cup in history. Both Emily Mason and Della Peruta on the last team that qualified, not able to have the 2020 World Cup, but helping lead this team in 2022 to victory alongside Michelle Cooper. These are great moments as a player and as a staff, all the work that's been put in, and of course only the first step. Big goals for all of these nations that are qualified from CONCACAF, but all the awards there in front. They should enjoy these moments. So much hard work and dedication from these young athletes, being able to showcase themselves on the international stage, and more to come for this United States team. Talia Della Peruta holding the trophy as well, captained the team in one game that Michelle Cooper did not play. Another leader in this group as the players continue to celebrate with the support staff and everyone involved for the United States. This is a victory for this group as they lead the list of nations for CONCACAF going to the FIFA Women's World Cup. The final celebrations occurring in the confetti. We'll be back right after this with full-time highlights and stats, and we'll wrap this one up as the United States enjoys celebrating their victory. It's been a busy day in Santo Domingo. The second game, the championship game between the United States and Mexico, a much anticipated matchup between these two teams. And the United States would start early from this pressure from Michelle Cooper, the top scorer in this tournament, winning that award, but getting it through this goal, putting pressure on Espino in the 3rd minute. The tackle initially, Espino retreating, but Michelle Cooper getting that one across the line. Just a nose for goal, Michelle Cooper. Sophistication in her game, but also work rate. And the United States getting on top early through the defensive presence that they're so often known for. Michelle Cooper, the captain, providing the game-winning goal. Mexico would have a few half-chance opportunities and start to build into the game. Monroy on this set piece, really the first shot on goal for Mexico, and Malion would start to come alive, trying to find Villanueva in behind, but Niku Purcell alert to everything being played in behind that back line. And Mexico did start to build more through the first half. Michelle Cooper again, look at the vision from Michelle Cooper. She can score and she can pass. Simone Jackson trying to finish here with the left foot, but Espino, credit to her, a great kick save, just getting across, making herself big to make the save and keeping it at 1-0, at least temporarily. Another ball in behind to Villanueva, this time off the foot of Daniela Monroy, but the timing just not there. But here would be the more separation coming from Alyssa Thompson, drawing the penalty in the 43rd minute. Alexandra Ramirez not able to keep up with the speedy winger, and Talia Della Peruta, no doubt about that one, celebrating with the fist pump. She's ready to go after this one. So much power, so much accuracy for her 5th goal. And that would be the 2nd goal, and that comes at the end of the first half. And Michelle Cooper and Talia Della Peruta providing the difference, first 5 minutes and last 5. But Malion, the best opportunity of the game and of the second half is this one. Off her right foot, doesn't even have to look. Bangs off the crossbar, and a few corner kicks ensued from this, became a little bit more dangerous as the second half went on. Malion, such a clever player for Mexico. Mexico made some tactical changes to really get some more opportunities going forward. And the United States would continue to press. There were opportunities, this one from Moultrie to the back post. Real not able to put it across frame. Another one batted down, and this one cleared off the line from Guzman off Della Peruta, second chance opportunity. But up to the task with the defenders, making sure with Espino being out of the goal, keeping that one off, and Lopez eventually clears. Avila is coming into the center of midfield, gets a strike on frame there, nothing to test Purcell. And Michelle Cooper continued to press high, and that's so much of how the United States plays. They're so well organized defensively and like to press, but this one going wide. And Mexico really hadn't faced that against anyone until this championship game. Alyssa Thompson trying to get in on the action as well. Going 1 versus 2 here, still finding some space. The 17-year-old not able to curl that into the near post. And Byers providing this opportunity to Michelle Cooper. So multiple opportunities for the United States to extend their lead, but Mexico held strong, giving them opportunities later in the game to try to claw their way back in it. Michelle Cooper finding Byers again, blocked by Ramirez, keeping Mexico in it. And the time would tick down in the second half on Mexico, and the United States not only created opportunities forward, this one off Byers, but also did very well to stifle play as much as possible. Mauleón coming inside on this one, and this was a scary moment for Purcell. This one deflecting off the back of Mason and almost wrong-footing Purcell, but she recovers well. Strong hands to put that one over the crossbar. The best opportunities coming from Natalia Mauleón today. Very good from the wing, good feet. But the United States would finish on top and secure their record 7th title, having secured the World Cup berth. Lots of celebration for the staff, for the players. Job done on multiple fronts, securing the championship behind the leadership of Tracy Kevins and her staff, and Michelle Cooper, the captain throughout this tournament. And the team would lift the trophy for the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship and celebrate going to their 11th World Cup and coming out with the title. A little bit of icing on the cake, cherry on top for the United States. Full-time stats, 11 shots to 8 in the United States' favor, 3 on target for the United States, 4 for Mexico. 18-12 in fouls, a combative game, equal in offside, 1-1. Mexico actually generating more corners, 5-3, and that came a lot at the end as they started to press. And 52% possession in favor of the United States. Mexico getting back into it in the possession in the second half, but Santo Domingo and Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez would crown the United States champions for this one. This has been an incredible sight. Santo Domingo, San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, both hosting great games throughout this CONCACAF qualification tournament. As night sets here in Santo Domingo, I want to thank you so much for joining us throughout these past few weeks. On behalf of the crew, I'm Casey White. I've enjoyed being here with all of you. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night.